Yes, we're live, and I'm gonna give it a few minutes and see if anybody is awoke with me this good morning. And I'm tired. I need to grab me a shot of this tea because I have been working all morning. This is still my weedy pop up where I pop up in my garden and turn on my camera and show y'all what I got growing on. Excuse me one good time because, like I said, I'm dry. I've been doing stuff all morning, and this is a weedy pop up. And whilst I'm here, let me go ahead on and spin this good camera. Well, that wasn't a good spin, was it? Anywho, this is my Elfsis Bro Kit. Shout out to the Elfsis brand. I need to send an apology because it was a user error that my lights went out. As you can see, all four tiers are lit up and I have seedlings growing. Regina, this is her last hoorah with this limb because she was supposed to be out of here. But I changed my mind because she keeps on feeding me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on letting her do what she gonna do. And then I did a reset of more greens down here. Oh, I see some people that's scrolling and check the chat. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Nisi, the garden rookie, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Baloo's Clues, original. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am surprised to see you on so early. Grand Rising. Yes, ma'am. What had happened was I was trying to figure out how to go live. So I've been going live on Wednesdays for a while. And I'm still learning how to go live. So I don't have to call it a weedy pop-up because I'm being more consistent and my lives are now every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. until I'm finished doing what I'm doing. And the reason why I call them weedy pop-ups is because weeds pop up all the time and you don't know when they're going to pop up. So I don't have to use that anymore because now I'm being more consistent with coming on Wednesday mornings. Mike's Chaotic Gardening, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And yeah, one more time, all four tiers of my Elsis is lit and growing. And Mike, you think I should do an update on my hashtag WIG? Or should I wait until my next vlog? Okay, Oreo, my fault. I got you, bro. Hold on. I want to head to Bible study. I just wanted to drop a like. Thank you, Blues Clues. I appreciate your time. Say a prayer for me, too. Tia Drum Gold. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Oh, but hang on one good time. I can show my little hydroponic system that I got because they is so cute. Mr. Bow Life, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Only if you feel like something to show. Sure, it's always something to show, Mike. So before I show my little hydroponic system, I'm going to show my hashtag WIG and what's growing on with it. So this is my hashtag WIG pot cleaner over here. My muskmelons still have not touched the top of the plastic yet. My winged beans, I have a little baby poking out there, and all three of my what is y'all, girl, diva cukes have made it. So yay, hashtag WIG. Let's grow. Let's grow. I forgot to soak my seeds first in my last video. I was so tired, wanted to make a video and then go to sleep. I had to wait. I know what you mean, DC, because this is work. That's why I'm like, weedy pop up, because I got to turn on the camera and do all this. And then I'll be forgetting stuff. I'm like, man, if I forget one more thing, it's going to be some problems. But I'm used to it now, so I ain't tripping. The green appears. That's awesome. Yes, it is. And speaking of more green that has appeared, I have started more greens in my new little machines. Look at these little cute, like what? Oh, why did they put these? I got a green one and a red one. And of course, I have everything growing in my new soilless medium here. These are nasturtiums. I'm growing this pot for Oreo, and I'm growing this pot for me. These are microgreens, and they are also in the same soilless substrate. And then just watching people start stuff, I just hooked up my DWC bucket. Got some stuff, and it looked like my pepper has finally, I see a little green spot. That's a pimento pepper. This is a red robin dwarf tomato, and these are bush beans, both of them. I think one is a dragon tongue and the other one is the royal burgundy bush bean. Did you answer my question? If so, I didn't hear it. Sorry, my Renaissance grandma. I need to scroll back because I missed it. Do you have sponges in those or just drop the seeds? I'm confused. Do you have sponges in those? Oh, you talking about the clay pebbles? I just dropped the seeds on the top. I don't have a sponge or anything. It's just clay pebbles. As a matter of fact, I can show you real quick. Let me find a spray bottle. Maybe. Yeah, hang on. Let me find a spray bottle for demonstration purposes. So, with these clay pebbles, you see how I have it covered for humidity, just like regular soil when you're trying to get seeds to germinate. That's how I noticed that I have a sprout in there. I don't know if you can see the green, but my pepper has sprouted. And once they sprout, you see how it's dry on the top? It can't stay like that because the roots don't have anything to grow to until it gets to the bottom. So I just use a spray bottle and I come in and I spray around where the roots are until it soaks down. And you have to do that process until you see roots come out of the bottom of your net cup. Once you see your roots come out of the bottom of the net cup, you don't have to spritz those clay pebbles anymore. So I hope that's what she was talking about, my Renaissance grandma. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Hashtag WIG. Let's grow something indoors. That's so cute. I could not resist. I saw those little, I said, oh, look at them. And then they fit on my little planter like so easily. I said, I didn't even think I was going to have another pot to fit on that little planter. But I did, and it's working. Thank you. Anytime, my Renaissance. As for me, I'm hoping to finish scraping the ceiling off the vaulted ceiling right room today. Trying to hype myself up for the 14th. Oh, wow. Yeah, hype yourself up because that is a lot of work. And here we are, my composting. Okay, so if this is your first time here and you don't know, I am an apartment grower. Everything I grow is in containers. And these are my composting systems, along with my bunny back there, Oreo. To which, hang on one time, because he is throwing a little fit because he ain't had his pellets this morning. So, excuse all the clickety clack while I handle that because I gotta handle him. I don't want him jumping over here whilst I'm doing stuff. And please bear with me, but this is a new tripod and I'm still trying to figure out how to. Okay, so first I gotta lock them so it don't be. Okay, well. Anywho, don't you drop my phone, huh? I'm a bit upset at myself. Okay, so before I tend to Oreo real quick, scrolling, hashtag WIG has 4 easy rules. Yes, indeed. Start from seed first of all. Is the most important rule of them all. Give me about 2.5 seconds, y'all, so I can keep throwing stuff all over the place. Bro. That's exactly why I had it up here, because you be straight clowning. And I ain't got that type of time to do. Not right now. Oh, chill out. You is something else, bro. Why is you? That don't make no sense for you to be acting like you was starved to death, because you ain't starving to death. That ain't what you doing. Okay, let me check the chat again. Necessary. Uh-oh, wait a minute, y'all. Chat then jump. And do a crew. That's so cute. Thank you, thank you. I think I seen that. I had one of those planters. I grew orange hat peppers. Yes, they do work great. Yeah. I'm happy I found them. Thinking about DWC. You are giving me ideas. Oh yeah. Any way you can grow it. I've been doing DWC for years. I just recently pulled my buckets out because I've been organizing and throwing stuff away. So I just use the equipment that I already got, which brings me to this over here. Only thing I had purchased since I got here was this smaller Verma hut for a new worming system. This purple one over here was the first system that I bought to keep my worms in. And every time I moved to a smaller apartment, I had no space, so I had to settle for a smaller composting unit. Grow from seed inside and use the hashtag 5 rows. There you go, Mike. Example of necessity breeds creativity. It's amazing what you can do indoors. It is. I started in an apartment and converted to a bedroom to growth room. Yep, that's exactly how it all started for me. I had an apartment and then I moved to a bigger space and I had a whole room and I had a grow room and now I'm condensing down once again. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep everything condensed down. And thank you, Mr. Bowtie Life. Gardens and potatoes and stuff. Not using the hashtag that part, Mike, because what do, yeah, I don't understand, but okay. More footage of that. Yeah, that is great. Okay, let me get out of the chat. Back to what I was talking about. So as far as compost tea, I don't do the regular put in the bucket and all of the air and the smells, and because I live close proximity with people and I just don't care for the smell particularly. So this is the product that I use. This is not sponsored or endorsed. This is just what I use. And I use a variety of instant compost tea is the main thing that you look for. There's a lot like boogie brews and things like that, to which it's all geared for indoor gardening, but you can also use them outdoors, and that's what I base a lot of my fertilizers with, because I grow hydroponically and in soil, which leads me to this, which is my bokashi composting system, which are these 2 buckets. And I do have another black bucket like this bucket right here. And with these systems, all of them are different. It didn't come with this top. This is one of those what do you call these tops, gamma tops, maybe, I'm thinking. Yeah, but I keep stuff in here. But yeah, I cleaned it because I'm not doing any composting, not bokashi, over the winter, because it takes a lot of food scraps. Let me check the chat again. Okay, that doesn't include me. Okay, I missed that. So I might do my second video last night. Missed that. Good morning. Who is that? Digging in the dirt with Tamiko D. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Grand Rising. Passionately intrigued darts. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm decluttering my apartment. Yes, that's exactly what I've been doing. And I am so happy and it feels so good. More organization. Good morning, sis. Thank you for scrolling through Growing with Hustle. I appreciate your time. I'm just showing the things that I've been using for composting and why I've been using them, because I grow indoors, and by far this has been the best system, which is my bokashi system. And it tells you how to do it, but once you start getting into a rhythm, to which I have my rhythm going, that I can compost pretty much anything, and I can get compost in about 2 weeks. But because I'm taking a break right now, I don't have a lot of food scraps because it's the winter time. I've cleaned everything out and I still can smell the stuff. But anywho, This is my Bokashi brand that I use, to which is the last of it. And I'm going to have to get another bag because I've also been using this to uh, compost Oreos litter, which is working out great. And it's creating a lot of mushrooms in his compost that I wish I would have discovered this a long time ago. But this is Bokashi brand, and that's exactly what it is. A ground up, almost cornmeal like substance, and you sprinkle this over your food scraps. Now your food scraps for Bokashi can be anything in the kitchen except for the kitchen sink, because I don't think it'll eat the kitchen sink. But anywho, food scraps for Bokashi, you can use meat, dairy, eggs, oil, grease, bones. You just don't want to have like sopping material, cooked foods. Anything can go in Bokashi. Bokashi is a anaerobic process, to which I can show you with my second bucket, because my second bucket also has my other equipment that I use in there. Oh, I guess I better check the chat. I feel like I've been talking for a minute. Naps, her buckets, and tips and trees, and baskets and seeds. I heard that because that's exactly what I did. Watching everybody grow deep water culture and they was just drilling holes. I said, wait a minute, all I gotta do is drill a hole in the bucket. Yeah. Is what I did. Pretty girl in here? Good morning, Pretty Girl Gardens. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Sorry I missed you. Okay, so inside of this bucket is, this is my working bucket that I switched to once I moved here also. This is for the overflow of the, what do you call it that drips out of here? The leche or the liquid, or anywho, the tea that come out of this from composting. And what I can say about Bokashi, this is way more powerful than the tea or the compost tea that you make outside. Matter of fact, it's 100 times more powerful because the ratio for the amount of tea mixture that you should be mixing down your tea anyway, for this one is 1 teaspoon. Yes, 1 teaspoon, 5 milliliters per gallon of water. Bokashi tea that comes out of here. Yeah, 1 teaspoon per gallon. Let me check the chat again. Good morning, everybody is speaking, scrolling. Getting ready for work, y'all. Okay, Nisi, thank you for scrolling through. Good morning. The entrepreneurial diary. Yeah, an entrepreneurial diary. Shamika, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And with this one right here, it comes with hang on, I gotta get this stuff out of here. This is a masher, so when you put your food scraps in here, you smash it down And then you cover it with your Bokashi brand. It comes with a cup. This is what you drain the liquid tea out of, and that's why I had these containers here, because what I don't use, I put it in a glass and or in a container, and I save it because I have to empty it every couple of days while it's full. And this is just the bottom and the start of the bottom of the bucket. And this is a different process because no air can enter into this fermentation or it will destroy all of the microbes. This is a closed, sealed tight process. If any air gets in here, then it'll start to mold and decompose, and that ain't what you want because that's a totally different thing. Bokashi is a fermentation process, whereas the process outside is air, and air microbes and anaerobic microbes are different microbes, but you need to understand microbes. But I'm not a scientist. I just know the difference between the two. Let me scroll. Good morning. Everybody is speaking. It got quiet, huh? Did I lose y'all? My fault. Well, this is a vlog, and I appreciate Team Replay for coming through on the replay. Yes, indeed. So, yeah. Alright, so I can move these buckets out the way. Give me a minute or two so I can create some space because I don't need them over here any longer. Move this out the way. Oh Lord. Okay, wait. I know where it's at. Now, this is my vermicomposting station where I keep my red wigglers, and I guess I can explain what y'all are looking at. It's a smaller system. Hang on. Sorry. I'm still learning how to work this thing. It's a smaller system than when I first started doing vermicomposting. Like I said, this is a box of my first one, and this is the one that I'm using now because my space is smaller. But these numbers just indicate the last time that I harvested the worm castings out of each one, and the top one is the actual one that I'm feeding, and I will be doing that today because I need to go ahead and get that done. So that's why I have it set up over here. Let me check the chat again. Scrolling. Playing fine on my computer. The Roku just stopped playing. It's on my... Oh, sorry to hear that, because, yeah, I want a pet Bun. He content now. He got his little pellets. Won't let me pet him. Oh, yeah, they very skittish. But he let my grandbabies rub all up on them. So, Diva, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Asia Joe, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I just got finished talking about some of the ways that I compost. Did you get my email from Yahoo? Yes, ma'am. And I went back. I'm missing 2 more because I seen 2 more people had, that email was in my spam. I think I seen one was Devora, and another, I can't remember who the other one is, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get to y'all once I get through with this. But all my seed mix packs are out, so by the end of the week, if you have a seed moss gift coming from me, it should be there. Okay, and I'm old, so I got to get up off of my knees for a minute. That's what I gotta do. Woo! I'm just not patient enough. Gotta sit in grass for hours. Tasha, oh, she grows. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm about to go ahead and get into my verma hut here because I need to feed my wrigglers, and then I'm going to have a plant party for my hibiscus plant. Okay, so I guess I better speed this up. Where was I? Okay, so I'm about to feed my wigglers, so let me go ahead on and adjust this again, or attempt to adjust it again. I guess I can get y'all in kind of close. Maybe I have enough room to... Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure this out. That might be good to do. I think that's good to do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is set up an area for me to work, which is on top of the tarp. Oh, I forgot to finish telling y'all about the stuff that's going on, but let me see if y'all can see this stuff right here. Yeah, you can. This is a tea bag that I have. In the summertime, I use my worm casting and I drop them in the bag and I put them in the bucket and I make my worm tea. This mesh bag right here is for also the summertime, because sometimes I get what do you call them, springtails and things from stuff getting inside. So I take off the top and I put this mesh over the top and it airs them out so that there's nothing, no insects, able to survive, because they can't survive on the top layer unless they get down up in there. So right now, what I'm doing is about to fluff out my soil medium, and I've been creating my own soil using my vermicompost by using more cardboard. I usually have paper ground up, but every now and then. But this is strictly cardboard, so this is enriching my carbon inside of my vermicompost. I should probably check the chat before I get gloved up and grow all in here. Let me scroll through the chat one good time. Uh-oh, snap. I done. Wait a minute. Captain's Garden home. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Happy New Year. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I am in zone 6A. I am in zone 6A also. Looking through here. Okay, that's what's up, Asia Joe. We in the same zone. Good morning, Mr. Bammett without the butler. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Tia, scrolling. To Layla Davis Baker, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Okay, y'all, I'm finna get up out of the chat and go ahead and handle this right quick. So what I do is get my area ready, and I have it attached to that stand so it doesn't topple over or anything, but it will. So I use an empty saucer and I separate them. I put one over here and then I fluff it, and well, you'll see. I just fluff and go for right now. And then I feed the top. This is the area that gets fed. But for now, I'm going to go to the bottom and get the ones out of the bottom, because there's always something in the bottom. And it's been about a week since I've been in here. I usually come in here at least once a week. So I'll put this, hopefully y'all can see. This is just the feeding station to where the top is covered with cardboard, and I just took off the burlap. That's what that is that I just took off. And then I take off the whole top, to which I don't know how they even be getting down here, because that fourth level is nothing but cardboard and paper. Because like I said, this is how I've been making my carbon rich soil, by using just paper and no soil in here whatsoever. This is all cardboard and paper. And this is how I get them off of the bottom. And like I said, it's usually dry down here. And this is a spout. Let me see. But this is a spout to catch the liquid that comes out of here. And it's usually dry in here, but because I haven't been in here for about a week, it has dripped down, and I have to come in here and collect them out and move them to the top, and it just starts all over again. So yeah, let me finish getting them up out of here. And I'm sure y'all see a lot of people working in their compost without gloves, but not over here. I stay gloved up. Yes, I do. As they say, I overstand microbes. Yes, I do. And since I clean off the bottom, that's all I do with that, and then I continue to stack and fluff the rest of this soil. As a matter of fact, and by fluff, this is all I mean. Make sure that it's not compacted. And this is how I start off, with just paper shreds and cardboard at the bottom. And then it breaks down, and as it breaks down, it turns into this, with the help of the worms and the food scraps. So I just make sure that it's really dry down here. And repeat the process for all 4 layers. And the higher I get, the more broken, excuse me, the more broken down it gets to where you can tell when it's time to harvest. This is layer 3. And it takes a couple of months, at least 3, in order to get to this stage, which is the stage before harvesting. Oh goodness, I guess I could show y'all a before and after fluff. So it's compacted like this, and then I come through and fluff it like this. And this is the final stage. And I need both of my hands because I don't want to knock my junk on the floor. And after this, when I check the chat again, I'm glad I got that stuff ready for my hibiscus over here. And worms are very smart. By me coming through and fluffing each individual layer, they also know it's feeding time. To which that always amazed me. Okay, let me check the chat. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Everybody is speaking. Scrolling, sitting at a traffic light. GMama, you're amazing. Thank you so much, Talea. Appreciate it. Grand Rising, Rosie's Room. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Zone 6 up in here hot this morning. Miss Patty's Kitchen and Garden and more. Thank you for scrolling through. Good morning. I appreciate your time. That's an interesting composting system. Yeah, I had to do something, Mr. Bowtie, because me and smells ain't, no. I had enough of that. I was fed up and had said there has got to be a non-smellier, easier way. And yeah, fermenting and vermicomposting, yeah, they don't stink. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Is this a compost bin of some type? Yes, indeed, Rosie. This right here is a vermicomposting bin that is full of red wigglers. And this is how I create my compost, to which I only have, this is my last level that's composting, and I'm hoping it'll be ready by the summer because I have a green stalk and I need a lot of compost for that. Oh, this is the feeding. I was looking for the tag because I have them labeled with the date of the last time I harvested. But in the top of this one is where I feed them, and I just basically move stuff around. Matter of fact, I'm going to fluff both sides and check for previous food that I had in here, to which I don't see any. Oh, there's a little something. But anywho, I'm just moving stuff over and oh well, okay, well, you in there going, I don't know what to do because I'm probably gonna take you out. 'Cause, that was my fault for even thinking. But with food scraps and stuff, you should break them all the way down and not put seeds and things in here because wow. This is how I started my last avocado plant. Because that vermicompost, it is something else. And yeah, I'm not gonna keep this because nope, I'm good. I got one already. And it's some work. And they just not, the paper roll ain't even all the way broke down. So the smaller your pieces when you're vermicomposting, the faster they break down. I had stuffed food scraps in a paper roll and set it on the side to see how fast it would break down. But anywho, I'm to the top, so let me go ahead and on. These are food scraps that I've been collecting, which is, yeah, lettuce and junk that me and Oreo. Um, just like that. Then I come through, it's way over there. Sorry. This is my homemade dry chow, to which if it's in the summertime and it's a lot of flies and I don't feel like dealing with them, I give them dry chow. But these are some of the things that I put inside of my dry chow for them, which is 1 cup of wheat bran, dried banana peels, oatmeal, oyster shells, neem cake, alfalfa meal, rock dust, biochar, Oreo poop. Yeah. This is grit for my regulars. And I usually measure it, but since I need to, I can just eyeball that. Once I get all the food in, I just cover it with cardboard or shredded paper or whatever I have. And we are ready to grow. Put them back in their little corner. Oh, put the burlap back on top. And they eventually eat through the burlap. Yeah. They eat through a lot of things, so. And give me a second or two to get this up. And I can move on to my hibiscus. Okay. Let me check the chat. Woo! That was some work. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Good morning, good morning. Scrolling, scrolling. Good morning, Farmer Chaz. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I need to start my working over again. Left outside the parish. Oh no, Tasha. Scrolling, scrolling. Grand Rising, scrolling. One crafty sister. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. It's time to get this good plant party going for my what did I say? Oh, my hibiscus. And this is her. Oh, I did that pretty good. I'm wondering if I should. Well, I can bring it in this way. Okay, I'm a little emotional with this one because this is a story behind this one. To which a lot of my plants have stories to tell. Today is the warmest day we'll have this week without rain, so I'm headed outside to get some work done. Okay, Tasha, thank you so much for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I understand that. Got to get outside when you can get out there while the weather is not being tricky. This is a hibiscus to which it was gifted to me with the passing of my auntie in 2022. Yeah. This is a hibiscus that, wow. Like I said, I'm emotional because of the fact that how I got this plant. But I'm about to clean it up. I haven't touched it since I put it in this pot. Her favorite color was yellow, so this is its forever home. It's a self-wicking pot, and I'm about to replenish the soil and remove some of these scraggly vines, retrellis it, and hopefully it'll look better. It only flowered one time since we've been here, and I figure it's time to go ahead on and get this good plant together. So, the first thing I'm going to say is a tag that is on her, to which I will show, because I have tags on a lot of my plants just because of my auntie and this plants and how what this is about. Tagging my plants also. I tag all of my plants now in some type of fashion or form, to which I've moved to these, a lot of them, because they're metal and plastic. And as a matter of fact, the OCDish chick, I won these on her channel some seasons ago. I can't remember how many years it's been, but it's been quite some time, because my auntie passed in 2022. And she was a gardener. She grew a lot of plants. Nobody knew what they were but me. But everybody wanted a plant. So it was disturbing. to which I was identifying the plants for people and ensuring they went to the right home that I felt, because I was the only ones that knew what the plants were. So with this plant right here, she kept this plant in her room. It was a little plant, and she called it her twisted hibiscus because of how the trunk, and it was actually braided, and she said, well, I call it what I want, so it's twisted hibiscus. But yeah, it's a braided hibiscus. And at the time, it was drooping, and it had a bud on it. And she said, wow, there's a bud on there. And it's so small. And I was like, yeah, when they're ready to flower, they'll flower. To make a long story short, she passed away before she got to see that hibiscus flowered. It flowered, and that's the hibiscus that you see in my hair, in my thumbnails, is off of this plant. So that's my memory for her, that I will keep this plant going. And yeah, my love for hibiscus plants, because twisted hibiscus and these leaves do get used. Yes, they do. All hibiscus plants, well, not all of them. Do your research, because I am not a biologist or a herbalist or any of the sort, scientist. I just do what I do. Check the chat, scrolling, seeing that. Fresh and fire. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. It is huge, and it has grown, because it used to be a little whip. And now it's time to take it up a notch. And down a couple of notches, because I have a lot of clips and ties and scraggly pieces that I need to tend to. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead on. Yeah, I'm gonna make this quick. So I'm not gonna keep the same steak in here, nor, but I am gonna take some of these. As a matter of fact, I should do it while. No, I'm gonna wait till I get it in the pot, and then I'm going to do it. What I'm doing now is just removing the clips and things that I have on here attached to the pole, because I just been letting it grow wild. And I have everything set up. I hope finally get this big steak out of here. And okay, this is my new soil mixture that I have been transitioning a lot of my plants in here to. And hang on one time, and I'll tell you some stuff that's in there while it's done working. So I got pumice, perlite, vermiculite, neem seed meal, glacier rock dust, vermicompost, Lord have mercy, rabbit poop, Epsom sauce, oyster shell, and a couple of mosquito bits for the soil for the fungus gnats. Because yes, they will infect your soil if you're not constantly treating them, because it's not a one treatment and you're done type thing. And I need, oh Lord, I'm all in the ooh, y'all excuse me, but I am not a professional when it comes to this stuff. So let me, what I'm looking for is something to take these leaves off the top, because that's all these are. It says a lot of leaves and they just drop, as well as the flowers, because the hibiscus flower only lasts for 1 day. 1 day. So if you miss it, it's gone and you'll never see it again until another bloom. So I'm just removing these and I'm going to put them back on the top for mulch instead of using my clay pebbles that I have my other plants in, because it sheds leaves so much, as you can see, that there's no need for me to put a layer of mulch on top of the leaves that are going to be continuously falling. At least in my mind, that's why I'm not doing it. So yeah. And there is some in here, and wow, she is dry. I see how many. Ooh, yeah, I'm glad I'm getting to you. But there is a container saying that every 2 or 3 years you should go inside of your pot and check your roots, to which I do that more frequently, because I would say I check mine every 2 years because of the way my plants grow. So once you learn your plants, then you know what you should do, especially in a container. Woo, my back and my knees. Let me check the chat. Scrolling. Catch you later. Thank you for scrolling through. Anybody I missed, my apologies. Such a beautiful day. Country Hustle, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Good morning, everyone. Hands in the dirt, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Beautiful. I love hibiscus too. I do too. I already have 2. I have 2. Stop myself. Yeah, I done started. I bought like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I had about 4 or 5, and I actually started crossing them to see what colors come out. Scrolling. Good morning, beautiful. Who's that? Official Jamia, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm having a plant party for my hibiscus right now, and I'll be finished after this. So let me wedge it up out of this good pot. Where's this been? A very long time. Ooh, I hope you be okay, girl. Don't be doing that. I hope I got enough out that I can just. Oh. Okay. So, she's good to go without the doggone. Okay, I'll explain that in a minute. But this is her permanent home, and it's doing very well. This is a self-wicking pot. This is the reservoir at the bottom where I put the fertilizer and stuff. This is the inside of the pot that you fill with soil, pack it in there, wet it, and it'll start the wicking process at the bottom of the pot. So she's been in this pot since 2022, and I'm happy to be to the bottom to check it out. Woo! It's time to do some refreshing and replenishing. Good morning, everybody is speaking, scrolling. L Triple G Love, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Good morning, scrolling. Thank y'all so much for being here. I truly appreciate y'all time. This is the bottom of my hibiscus plant. And the old me, I used to line the bottom of my pots with fabric, what do you call this? Weed fabric, or, oh Lord, I'm breaking my plant. Lord have mercy. Okay, that was not good. Or should I say that part was rotten? Because I'm a crack. And I see. But anywho, I used to line the bottom of my pots with fabric, weed fabric. I don't do that anymore because I've changed my mix up. And the only reason I was doing that was to keep the roots from circling the pots. And once I transplant, then this is what I do. I just take it off, stick it back in the pot, and start all over again. But I don't have to do that anymore because I've learned from growing that I know how to aerate my soil. How about I say that? Yeah. Because that's what that weed fabric was all about down there. And what was snapping off are the parts that don't have any leaves growing off of them. So I'm about to hurry up and get this soil back in here. And it's awful dry, to which I can remedy that. I'm thinking I brought another bucket in here, but where would I put it? Right there. Cool. And what I'm about to do is moisten this soil enough so it don't be so hard for it to wick up in this bucket, or in this pot rather. Okay, so yeah, it'll get on there. I ain't tripping. But anywho, and the soil just needs to be moist enough to start the wicking process. It does not have to be soaking sopping wet, but you want it wet enough so it can start with the garden. And I'm hoping I don't need no more soil than this. But we gonna see. I got enough that I can put up the bottom of things. So I'm just making sure that these holes in here are getting filled with soil. I'm gonna come back through, pack them in real quick with my hands to make sure there ain't no gap in there. Or should I say to make sure it's good and packed in there. And I think I packed them all. Yeah. Every hole is packed full of soil. And now I'm gonna wet it, or wet the plugs with the soil in the plugs. Because that's how the wicking process starts. And we are ready to fill her up and grow. Let me check the chat. Woo! My back ain't what it used to be. I want to learn how to grow hibiscus. They are pretty easy to grow. Natasha in the middle, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And from what I've been learning about growing it is I'm about to loosen that up. And I'm replenishing my soil and loosening it up for more aeration in there because, yeah, I've done a transition of a majority of my plants into a more mineral-based soil. The ones that are in soil. Scrolling, y'all. I done missed a lot of the chat. My apologies. Scrolling. Hey, Renee's Garden, did I speak to you? Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Frugal in here? I done missed a lot of the chat, y'all. My apologies. Good morning for you, Grow. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Michelle Norris, did I speak to you? Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. All right, y'all, back to the filling up of the pot here. And I'm gonna mix what I just made with what I got and see how I'm gonna grow it, or if I gotta go get some more soil or what I gotta do. But I'm thinking it might be enough. I'm hoping it might be enough. Ooh. And I did not use my bigger mineral. I mean, all of my minerals in here. I only used a couple, the bigger ones. That's what I was gonna say. And I didn't use any clay pebbles, to which I should have. But anywho, here we are. Probably should have gotten the oh boy. Uh-oh. Okay, so the only thing I'm doing is loosening up this soil. I don't know if y'all know what my ciliary fungus network look like, but yeah, it's a lot growing on here. To which, yeehaw. Happy to see that. And now for a good feat of backfilling without any help. Because I need for you to stand up. Where's that steak? I need a clip. Somebody help me. We need another hand. Oh, gosh. Okay, now I know you was just hanging on here, so I don't even understand why you ain't clipping on here now, honey. Thank you for your cooperation. Appreciate it. Okay, let me check this out again. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Peace in my garden. Chevelle, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Urban Gardening Chronicles, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am finishing up this good plant party for my, how about, well, I'm not finished because I still need to, oh Lord, I am out of soil. I know you're kidding me. Well, I'm not because I'm looking at it. So, I gotta go get some more soil. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't. still a little much on the top. Maybe. Oh y'all, I'm sorry if I put my head in there, but like I say, I am not a professional. Oh, I think I might be good. Might be good. Okay, so at least I got her in the pot now. Woo! My knees ain't what they used to be. Let me check the chat. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Everybody is speaking, speaking, speaking. Okay. So, since I got it in the pot now, I'm going to do what I should have been done and was scared to do, but I'm gonna have to prune her. All these scraggly parts was twisting it, trying to braid it back, but I had no luck because I wasn't able to be in one location long enough to train the branches for that because I wanted to continue up. And now some of them have even rotted, like I said when I was transplanting it, a lot of snap, crackle, and popping was going on. But that was just the rotten pieces that were coming off of there. So first let me find a good stake, or better than this one. Because that one goes outside. And I have my box of stakes here. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. So I can figure out which one of these good trellis systems. Probably a long one. Which will be... Oh, hey girl, you scared me. One of these. Yeah, I got a lot of stakes because I use them. This might be fun. Maybe. How many behind you, girl? About 4. Okay. About 4 high. And one of these days, I'm gonna learn my pose. I done had them so long that I'll be getting them mixed up. Because even though they look the same, they all go to different ones. But anywho, as long as they do what they gotta do, I'm good. Okay, and I can't be down there. I am not no spring chicken hunting. Uh-oh. I'll probably be using all of these. We shall see. Starting with this one. Somebody gotta hold you up, girl. I know you ain't that big now. Uh-oh. Losing deficits. Okay, that might be a little too snug. Okay, I think that'll hold it up. Another one ready. One, two, let me one more piece. Oh, good grief. Uh-oh. Well, guess what don't matter. What color holding it up, because it's all the same. Dang, it is so quiet out here. My neighbors up there like, what? I need to play some music or something. But at least I'm getting this done. Because I'm taking me a long eat break after this. Let me check the chat again because it's been quiet for a minute. Bye. Whoever is leaving, thank you for scrolling through. Let me. I should be done in the fruit. Scrolling in the chat. I'm scrolling in the chat. Thank y'all for entertaining yourselves while I'm trying to figure this out. Because, yeah, I still got to mulch her up and get off these limbs. And then I'll be finished with this for today. Uh-oh. Trying to figure out a good spot. And that ain't it, so I'm gonna have these pop on and off with these. And yeah, that's good enough. till I get to the top. Anyway, so because I've never pruned it before, I'm going to try and keep a lot of the foliage versus removing it, but control the branches, the ones that are not going to make it, like this one, to which, yeah, I'm not going to be ripping it off, but I am going to remove the parts that are not coming back that I can visibly see, and possibly try and, I don't know, I'll figure it out as I go along. So this is what I'm going to be doing, stepping back every now and then and seeing what I got going on, because it's a lot going on here. Okay, and what I can do is actually braid it. So let me follow up. Let's see what I got. Oh, well, I think we might be snapped in half, honey. Oh, it was a leaf? Good. And I'm going to leave you because the old wood is producing, yeah, new leaves. So I'm going to take, well, I can't take off the old wood because if it's producing new leaves, then if I'm going to cut off a branch. What do I do? Okay, so I'm going to tie y'all two together. That's what I'm going to do. Instead of cutting it. And you already twist it. Therefore, we're going to switch you all around this branch. Oh, I heard you pop, honey, so let me start right there and let you heal up. And I'll have to remove that piece because it's irritating me. And them cells are too big. Good grief. Okay. So I got one done. I'm just gonna let it grow like that. And do this back piece over here and see what I come up with. I can probably take this off. Because this doing nothing. Okay, well, shut my mouth, because you was viable, honey. See, that's what I'm talking about. So now, since I see it's viable, by that I mean it still has green. I might try to root this piece. Why? Because why not? Am I doing it correctly? I don't know. But that bark, it has been growing. This is why I can't, it was hard for me to tell which part to cut because it's still green on the inside, but the outside looks like it's not doing anything. Like it's dried up and withered away. But what I got right here is some rooting hormone. And I'm going to take it for a dip. And I'm going to dip it in the front of this pot. And it's just some dry powder, rooting hormone that I have in my little dipping cup. that I keep for occasions like this. There ain't nothing special. And I'm gonna see what happens with this cutting. And if I should get any more, that's what I'm gonna do with them. Let me check the chat again. Have a great afternoon. Thank you for scrolling through, PIA. I appreciate your time. On my way over to bed. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone. Greetings. Life with Tasharia. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And I'm almost finished. I'm just got it on. Yeah, that's what I do. But anywho, I am not hacking away at it. I'm just removing the parts that are no longer looking any good to me anyway, and discovering that it's leafing out on the old wood. So I don't want to remove too much. And this one I'm not going to do anything to. It has a lot of grain on the inside, so I'm just going to stick it in the pot, see if it does anything. And I'm going to the top. Oh, I didn't finish the top of that plant. To which I'm going to let it bush in the middle. I used to pluck those off, but I'm not plucking them anymore. I'm going to let those grow. Okay, so I made it to the top of this one. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can. Okay, I don't know how high this is going. Let me see where I'm at. I need to raise it up some. So what I'm doing is attempting to keep braiding and twisting it up. Maybe if I can get this tripod to act right. There we go. Did I get to the top? Well, anyway, I'm just to the top because I can get it. Oh, I got a whole thingamabobber. Shabba. Anywho, I'm going to continue to twist these together all the way to the top. And I'm clipping them together with my little clips. I have a bunch of them. These are the dragonflies. I have butterflies and all kind of little training devices for my plants. Because I like holding them up. And I like for them to look cute while they're being held up. think about it. Okay, I gotta take you out. Yep. And there is no rhyme or reason as to which branch that I remove. It's just a preference as to if it's in the way or no, and if it's sticking out all the way in the way. More green, to which I don't know if they'll root or not, but why not try it? And if they don't, it'll be going back into the soil anyway. And I'm trying to just keep the bunches of leaves off of each other as much as possible, so they'll have a place to grow out to versus growing into. And I'm gonna need another stake because these are taller than what I thought. Or okay, one more. I can go one more, huh? Why not? Maybe. Okay, so you already had one. And I'm just going up one more to accommodate for this last branch here. And there's a thin line. Whoops. Hang on, honey. Oh, as a matter of fact, that's why you ain't want to hang on yet. Okay, I see you. Help me out. Okay, well, you ain't gonna be there. I don't wanna make it. Okay, I'm done with you. Let me do this side, and we just gotta put some compost, mulch, and I'll be done. Let me check the chat. Scrolling. Oh, y'all been talking. I done missed a lot of the chat again. One, two. Okay, I'm doing pretty good. That's my art. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Yes, it's a mess garden. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Fallen Skies Homestead. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Scrolling. Looking good, you mama. Thank you so much, Chevelle. All right, almost done. This is the last one. And I should have tied or twisted you with the other group over there. Oh man, that's okay. I'll pin you back and rinse it. Right now, making sure. I think you can come up here. Okay, I'm gonna twist y'all together. Because you ain't gotta be all like this. Like this. Oh, there's another one too. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna get you. Okay, so I gotta take this off. Good grief. Come through, please come through. That's all I ask. What the problem is? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, somebody gotta have casualties in order for others to thrive. Am I doing this the correct way? I don't know, but it's serving a purpose and it's doing pretty good for me for what it's intended to do. It's looking a lot better than it was. So you're gonna hold on to that. I don't know what you about to do, honey, because that's wild. You, and you. Maybe I can get y'all together with a clip. I don't think so. Mhm. Ooh, I think that's a little better. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Drink her down, because that soil was dry around all kind of roots. Or should I say they was very dry, period. And this is kelp and water. And a little bit of Epsom salt is in here too. Just because I just got done transplanting. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the whole 2 liters of water. Simply because I seen how dry the pot was. And I'm not worried about it leaking out because it has a saucer on the bottom. And I know it's not, or should I say, this is not enough water to overflow that saucer that's on the bottom by the time it get done soaking through this soil. I'm sure she is like, oh my God, I was so thirsty and hungry. Did you see how dry it was? I did, and we done fixed it now, honey. So maybe she'll start back flowering again, because we was stressed out. I was stressed out looking at you, girl. And I'm just going to put her leaves back on the top for mulch. Oh, I forgot about it was some girl, but I forgot it was some decorations in the pot. That's how many leaves gonna fail. It was some roses and a dove, so that means that that dove is down underneath there too. So maybe it'll come out of these leaves. Oh, there it goes. Ta-da! Ooh, you looking bad, baby. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, you done been through the ringer, honey. That's alright. Mm. Mm. I must say, I always feel better after a good plant party. Woo! Now, put her back where she go. As soon as I can find a towel or something to wipe that off with. Mm. Oh, I forgot to show you all how I done. And we're done. I'm just getting this up. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna screw it. I'll do come back for that. Cause yeah, I'm done. Oh boy, you gained some weight, ain't you, girl? Yeah, you done gained some weight. So I'm coming back into the chat now. Figuring out how to let this good tripod down. Uh-oh, sorry y'all. I'm trying. I think I got it. There we go. So what I did was continue to braid and twist her together and clamp her so that she stands up pretty good. And I'm happy with the progress. I think it's looking a lot better. And ready to grow, finally. Or should I say flower again. And this is what I was meaning about the hearts that had rotted off. How they just broke off of the twist. But the plant continues to put out growth from the broken bits. So I really couldn't tell what was good and what was rotten, so I didn't want to remove that part. And as I was removing the parts that I removed, I stuck them down in the soil, so if they should happen to root, hooray, I'll have more hibiscus plants. All right, let me check the chat again. And I am finished. Gotta get back to work. Thank you so much, you Grow. I'm finished. And I'm tired and I'm hungry. Again. Thank you all so much for scrolling through. It looks great. Thank you so much, Fresh. Nice job. Thank you. Chanel loves the garden. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And we are done, done. Matter of fact, let me go and close it out. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. I appreciate your time and I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today doing work in my garden. What all I did? Plant maintenance on my hibiscus plant party and some composting junk. Literally. Okay, y'all. So peace and love, my gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. Have a productive day on purpose, y'all.